sounds wonderful.
Like, hey,
Great
brother,
set.
join us. I'm like, no. No.
Whenever I keep getting this brother talk, I think of my fraternity brothers, and I'm like, would I sleep with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least a threesome.
Wait, so you're in a fraternity?
No.
Oh.
You're in a fraternity?
Sigma Nu, I was actually the first openly out non-heterosexual male in my community, and then within the year, 7 other individuals came out after I came out, and then we recruited 12 other individuals to the community. And so we
You recruited?
Yeah, we're going.
My name is Rio Redden. I am originally from North Carolina, born and raised, and I am currently a doctoral student at Iowa State University.
My name is Patrick Benjamin Mitchell. I'm from Michigan, born and raised. I attend the school at the University of Michigan Ann Arbor campus, and I'm an English and Spanish major.
I'm Alex Garlock. I'm originally from Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. I feel like the Mighty Ducks just there. And I go to Minnesota State University, Mankato.
Hi, my name is Arian Pal, P-A-L. I'm your pal. I'm from Conneaut, Ohio, which is an hour northeast of Cleveland, and I attend Ohio University, and I am an interior architecture major with a minor in theater and working on a women's and gender studies certificate.
I'm Roger Goodman. I'm from Illinois, Chicago. I attended Oberlin and Northwestern and Chicago Theological Seminary because I'm an inveterate student. And I'm queer.
Yay!
Hooray!
Hi, I'm Justin Bielecki. I am from Ohio, unfortunately. No, I'm joking. I go to Ohio University and I study human biology.
So he's the one that's going to be making the money. Maybe.
And I'm Zach Stafford. I'm the production assistant for 50 Faggots, and I also go to DePaul University where I study women and gender studies.
Well, when I think of a Midwest gay man, I just think that so many men in the Midwest, because they have this fear, and maybe like you were talking about the South, like everyone's married and has kids, but even in the Midwest, there's still this fear. We're not so much the Bible Belt in the Midwest as we are in the South, but we still have it. No one really wants any baggage. Everyone just wants to go out for the weekend, get what they want, and then have that. Because I think they're afraid to have anything more.
I think it's because they're insecure. Like, most of the gay guys that I've come across secretly just are that insecure with themselves. And it's really hard to find one that's just like, no, I'm who I am. And I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, this is just what I've noticed, like, most of the gay guys I've come across, they just all are, I mean, they're out, but they're still, like, afraid of being out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm gonna spout off another statistic. I'm so sorry. No, I mean, a lot of gay men have a lot of psychological issues, and like one of the biggest one is in any given population of heterosexual men. The 2007 eating disorder report stated that 10 to 44% would have eating disorders because of their own self-view of not being accepted by other gay men, and the constant body image problems. And I know personally, like I personally have struggled with anorexia for like 2 years, and like I'm on the track for recovery, and it's just, it's one of the most deplorable things. Like,
I think there's the hypermasculinity that we see in Chicago a lot. Bodies are shaved. There's not a hair on some gay men's bodies. They're very pumped up, very chiseled, and
Just like
and hypermasculine. Hypermasculine. When I came out in 1965, I went to a therapist because I had what was called a nervous breakdown, because I could finally with men and not have to fantasize about it. And I couldn't deal with it. And I was very fortunate that I got a psychotherapist who was involved in the work of Evelyn Hooker, who was a research scientist and who got homosexuality taken out of the DSM-3. My therapist happened to be into Evelyn Hooker's work. And John said to me when I went to see him for the first time, if you want me to make you straight and give you a straight world, you have to see another therapist. because that's not my job. My job is to make you love yourself as a gay man, because as a gay man, you had to learn how to survive in a hostile environment as a child, digging around inside yourself to find out who you are. And you have gifts I will never have, because the world was made for me. I'm a heterosexual man, and it's a heterosexual world. So that's cool. But for you as a gay man, my job is to make you love yourself. And that was an amazing thing for 1965.
Yeah, that's really powerful.
When I came out to my parents, my dad thought I got a girl pregnant. He was just like, oh, thank God I don't have to take care of another month. You can have Asian babies later on, but be safe. It's kind of...
The Asian babies, meaning you'll adopt?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
my God, so
We're like, we're super,
Oh my
we're
God.
super liberal and Catholic, and we're kind of crass, and I've always talked about how I wanted to adopt even when I was pretending to be straight, and yeah, no.
And isn't it like a very Midwestern stereotype to have family who are
Oh
like,
yes.
who are like, who know, they absolutely know you're gay because you're 22 years old and you still don't have a girlfriend, and they obviously know,
And they just
but they
don't
want you
know.
to say it.
I'm very much from the South, and
Oh,
so I've
yeah.
only been here in the Midwest for almost 2 years.
Okay.
And one of the things that I've noticed the most in terms of Midwestern men is that they are men who, when I first meet you, I'm like, oh, he's part of my family, he's gay. But no, they're married and they have children. And then when you see them
Still
away
be
from their family, they are legs up in the air everywhere. And so I constantly am challenged in terms of being in the Midwest and seeing all these married men who, all intents and purposes, they're gay, you know they're gay, but they very much choose to be a part and live the heterosexual lifestyle and then do whatever they have to do on the side. I constantly run into that. There are friends who I know are in those situations, and I have not seen that as prevalent as I have here.
I did a 6-week artist in residency program in Arkansas. I had so many men hitting on me, and every one of them had a wife and kids. Every one. And I said, well, it's the South. This is how we live our lives.
And that's how I grew up in the South, and that's how every gay man I knew was married and had children, and he didn't identify as gay. He just like had sex with men.
He was just MSM.
Yeah, he was MSM.
I don't know your experience in the Black community, but I know that with my family, lots of things just get swept under the rug. The closets get closed and locked, and it's a non-issue then. Even if it's the most pressing issue to you, you just don't speak of it. And we follow, I guess, the hierarchy of the family, and it's set that this is a certain way, this is how it happens. Like, instead of crying, like, you know, what good is crying gonna do you? Like, you gotta keep on moving. So
Sometimes you gotta let it out, though.
I mean,
And it's good to let it out.
I mean,
When it cleanses, it really
I mean-
like, I feel like when I cry, like everything's just kind of gone for at least 5 minutes. And when you can have at least 5 minutes apiece, it is so worth it.
There's
I
nothing
never
like
used to be a crier. I have a very, very powerful feminine in me. Very powerful. And I love it.
it's you. You should.
Thank you, darling. I think gay men, it's very important for gay men to get in touch with their femininity. That's very important. I think that we're still stuck with things like God the Father, rather than Goddess the Mother. Exploring our nurturing side, exploring our caring side and compassionate side. I saw this a lot in the 1980s and 90s when everyone was dying. And why do you look like that?
Oh.
Did you not know that people were dying in the 80s and 90s?
Well, like you said, all the people were dying.
100,000 gay men
Oh, okay.
died.
AIDS, okay.
There was a community that formed of love and compassion and caretaking. We took care of ourselves. And that was getting in touch with that part of us that is soft and gentle and compassionate. And I know that to say, okay, those are feminine traits, there's a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because what does that mean? All I know is that I am compassionate, I am nurturing, I am soft, I am hard, I am a man. I prefer the male pronoun. And at the same time, I revel in my femininity.
The fire's burning, getting hotter. I can't stop it. The fire's burning, getting hotter. I can't stop it. The fire's burning, getting hotter. I can't stop it. The fire's burning, getting hotter. I can't stop it. Na 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 na.